me about the little hike hill.
On the corner of the house, on the outside porch, which would be, I guess, the southeast corner of the porch, there's a hole you can look through that looks up at the very peak of Sugarloaf Peak. And this was a result of a hike that I went on with Gary Jensen. Gary and me's yard and porch and so forth is one of the other projects we photographed for this. And I've been hiking around in these mountains for years, as has Gary, and I hosted him on a hike on the old Allison Highline Trail. And then he wanted to take myself and Bill Holst, my helper, up to the White City, Echo Mountain above Altadena, an old ruins of an old hotel that took place up there. And from the hotel there was a path or walkway that led down to a place called Inspiration Point, I think. And there was a little covered place where guests, and we're talking 100 years ago now, guests of the hotel could wander out in the afternoon or any time of the day. And there was a little shelter there, a little place you could sit under and just look out over the broad landscape of Los Angeles. And on the guardrail of the porch of the area, there were fixed pipes, a fixed vertical pipe with a fixed horizontal pipe on top of it. Some of them were fixed and some weren't. But if you look through the pipe, it would direct you to City Hall or some landmark. And those were still in place, even though pretty much the rest of the White City had burned down or blown away over the years. There were, remnants of it left here and there. And we enjoyed looking through those pipes at various landmarks about the LA area, or at places where there used to be landmarks and the landmarks no longer existed. So we decided to add one of those view pipes through the column, and we did that by as we worked the rockwork up on the column, we just set a piece of plastic pipe in place that looked from the north to the south up at Sugarloaf Peak, and for the rest of the day, as we surrounded it in stone, we had to remember to twist it and move it back and forth occasionally. And I think it was a warm time of the year, and we were able by the end of the day to slide the pipe out of place and just make it something to look through at approximately the right height. Just one of those little funny details you add to some place to make it enjoyable.
And how many houses do you think that you've done that to?
The question was, how many houses have we put those little featured hole details in? I'd say a half a dozen. If we saw something in the process of building a wall in the backyard or something that was enjoyable to look at, and there was no good reason not to do it. It's not anything that costs much money. We'd slide a pipe in and work the rock around it and slide the pipe out, just so the casual passerby, it might attract their attention, give them something to look at.